RFK Jr. is an idiot. And the fact that he is basically the leader of health for over 300 million Americans and, by association, the rest of the world, because if a major outbreak or illness happens here, it's going to spread to the rest of the world. The fact that he is in charge of Health and Human Services is the most terrifying thing ever. And it is confirmed every single day, every time this dude opens his mouth. And the fact of the matter is, it is the unfortunate truth that more and more people are getting on board with his ridiculous, preposterous, insane rhetoric that is based on anecdotal fucking bullshit evidence as opposed to statistics and data. You have now the Florida Surgeon General saying that they're going to eliminate all vaccine mandates. Not just COVID, every single vaccine mandate they're going to eliminate, which is just the stupidest fucking thing. Look, if you are an anti-vaxxer, like RFK Jr. is, even though he claims to not be, he has anti-vax rhetoric. You need to get your head out of your ass. You need to learn to read primarily, and then you need to stretch your attention span just a little bit so you can actually read 1 or 2 or 3 studies as to why vaccines are probably the only reason that you are alive and that I am alive. We are living and we are walking on a planet that is filled with microbes that want to kill you. They want to eat your brain. They want to eat your insides. And the only reason why we are still here is because of science and data and statistics that have allowed us to develop vaccines and other medical treatments that have extended our lives. The reason you get to live to 70 or 80 or 90 is because of modern medicine. It's not because anecdotal fucking bullshit evidence. It's not because you eat beef tallow instead of seed oils, okay? It's not because you choose to drink raw unpasteurized milk instead of getting fucking vaccinated. Look, this is my talk, as I'm sure you're well aware, this is my Yap About Anything channel, okay? My expertise is in a very narrow field of business and finance and economics. You can find that on the main channel, okay? But because of that, there's this concept in business, in marketing, known as the prolific zone, okay? Basically, this singular concept explains why the fuck you are being fed nonsense on a daily basis and why it sounds good. So if you listen to these morons who are spewing just spewing untruths about your health, you need to understand this. The prolific zone says that if you say something that everybody knows, like, oh, I don't know, vaccines work, well, that is basically on the normal side of the prolific zone. On the other side is insanity, okay? That would be saying something like drinking nuclear waste is good for you, okay? Nobody is going to believe either of those. So this center area is known as the prolific zone. This is where you can make a ton of money in marketing because it sounds just good enough to believe. Like, you've been lied to, and butter is actually much more healthy than seed oils. Butter is much more expensive, so you have these major corporations telling you that you should instead use seed oils because it's cheaper for them to produce. But in reality, the seed oils are inflammatory and butter is what's going to actually save you, okay? That sounds good enough and realistic enough to believe, and they are targeting an enemy that everybody despises, which are massive corporations. So it sounds believable enough. The fact of the matter is, unfortunately, the people who spew this nonsense make a ton of money, and everybody else is left holding the bag. And in this instance, when it comes to your health, the bag is your health. If you're going to do anything for your own health, read the fucking studies, okay? Read the studies that tell you what actually is healthy and what's not. Seed oils are not inherently bad for you. They have much more mono and polyunsaturated fats than seed oils and beef tallow does, okay? Now, can they both be part of a healthy diet? Yes. I'm getting off topic. The point is RFK is an idiot because he pushes these unsubstantiated claims, these claims based in anecdotal evidence, which is anecdotal evidence is the lowest form of evidence when it comes to scientific hypothesis developing and testing. Okay? Because it can be easily disproven, it is hard to replicate, and the fact of the matter is it feels the most real to people, and that is why people believe it. Because if it happened to me, I'm going to believe it. Another famous saying is, one person is a story, a million people, they're a statistic, right? And it's much easier to believe the story. But if you want to do yourself a favor and get anywhere when it comes to health, business, life, follow the fucking data and the statistics, because anecdotal evidence did not put us on the moon, okay? And if you say, well, we didn't get to the moon, that's another conspiracy theory. If you want to say the earth is flat, that's another conspiracy theory, okay? Follow the data, because the data is the only thing that has gotten us to where we are. The reason you can watch this video right now, whether you agree with me or you're yelling at your phone or computer, is because we are using technology, which is based on science, statistics, and data. And the fact of the matter is we have the leader of the Health and Human Services. We have RFK fucking idiot Jr. feeding us bullshit and trying to unravel the decades upon decades upon decades of medical research that protects every single person. So yes, do I sound aggravated? Probably, because I am. Because I think he is quite possibly one of the worst choices anyone could have picked for the leader of our health in this country. RFK Jr. is a fucking idiot. He is a fucking idiot, and if we follow down his road, we are going to be a less healthy society. And people are going to blabber along with these stupid theories, and they're going to blabber along into their own early grave because they listened to a mumbling idiot who is unfortunately in charge of the most important department of our government because it has to do with us being alive. I didn't even touch on the entire debacle that's going on at the CDC. This is ridiculous. I'm going to say it one more time. RFK Jr. is an idiot. If you like my unqualified opinion where I yell at my camera for 5 to 10 minutes, then you're in the right place. This is where I talk about whatever I feel is interesting and whatever I feel is necessary that we talk about. So if that is interesting to you, then please consider subscribing. Every subscription matters. It's difficult to grow here on YouTube, so every subscription means the world to me. If you have a clear bias, like I do, against stupidity, then you are in the right place. And if you want my qualified opinion, where my formal education as well as a decade plus of experience lie, that is in finance and economics, and that is over at the main channel. It's just my name. Okay. If you want my qualified opinion, that's where you'll find it. We do weekly videos there about the economy, interest rates, Federal Reserve policy changes, the whole thing. Investing, the whole thing. If you want my unqualified opinion, you're in the right place. I'm going to stop dragging out this video. I will see you in the next video. Could be tomorrow, could be next week, could be next month. It's whenever I feel like there's something interesting and important to talk about. I'm sure it'll be sooner rather than later because we are living in an idiocracy movie. Until the next video, take care.